we have to invest in training people for the trades. You know, we're a bunch of white collar, you know, people in small businesses, and the trades is something that really need to be looked at. There's a lot of people that tell their sons and daughters that the trades aren't a great place to earn a living. You can be an electrician, a plumber, a mechanic, a welder, and all of these things that we have given away in manufacturing. It's because the youth doesn't want to do these things. And it's really a shame, because we had the best tradespeople in the world in this country, and we no longer have those people because the parents discourage their kids from getting involved in these things. They all want to be bankers, and they want to be attorneys, and they want to be investment people, which is all great, and it's all necessary. It's all part of our culture. We need those.
It's almost looked down upon that if you're a tradesperson.
It is, and it's a shame, because when I need technicians, and I'm willing to pay fair wages for technicians, I can't get people that are qualified. And it's when I was at trade school, I was an instructor for a couple of semesters. The parents are telling their kids right in front of me that they didn't want their kids to be involved in this trade. But I got to tell you, I don't have a problem needing people. I don't have a whole bunch of technicians out there that are waiting for a job.
Well, the unfortunate thing about that is there's an electrician at my house right now, and I'm sure if you look at his wage, it's probably $150 an hour that I'm paying while he's fixing the lights in my house right now. So it is a lucrative place to be, and for some reason there's been a stigma put on that type of thing, because we're a grown-up society now, and you don't have to do that labor anymore. Send it off someplace else. I mean, my grandfather was a stonemason. You know, no one in my family is a stonemason anymore. I'm not proud of that necessarily, but it's just a fact of what America's, you know, turned into. I think you're 100% right. It needs to change.
We have to invest in our youth when it comes to the trades. It is very, very important. It's something that is so right in front of us. That's why some of the people are leaving the islands, because they can't afford to live here. They need to make good living. They need to be able to provide for their families. These guys are coming out of school, whatever the profession they decide to take. They have these huge loans to pay, and they're going to buy a starter home on Long Island for $400,000. How are we going to do that?
Small business owners are confused. I mean, you look at some of the things that New York State has done in recent months. I mean, I'm sure you've all been following the papers with the New York State Empire Zone, and now they've eradicated that, and now they have this Excelsior program, which is a shell of a program. They start these great programs to help small and medium-sized businesses, and then when they run cash strapped, they take it away. They literally take it right out from underneath of you. And you know, some of these programs that the government puts in place have been good programs and very helpful. They've just been taken advantage of.
Speaking of programs, have you had the opportunity to take advantage of these programs?
I personally have. I mean, I own a building in a New York State Empire Zone, and I bought it 2 years ago, and we slipped in as one of the last, you know, probably group of people to be accepted. And now, if it's going to save me hundreds and hundreds of thousands of dollars, and I'm putting all that money back into my business. Myself and many other people are good examples of how these programs work and feed. We're in a fairly distressed neighborhood. I would not have necessarily moved to that neighborhood if it wasn't for this program. Now we've got 40 white collar and, you know, lower white collar jobs available in my office because of that program. If they take those programs away, people are not going to invest in those local communities that need the help. And it's a travesty, and you know, we need to make a bigger stake to our state senators and the governor.
Taxation in New York State is ridiculous, and we really live in a hostile environment for small businesses. People really have sales tax, they have tax, they have income tax, they have New York City tax, they have every single tax you want to count up, and every single tax.
Don't forget the MTA
tax. Those are job killers. Any single representative who votes for any of those pieces of legislation, particularly that MTA tax, should be kicked out of office, because that vote killed jobs, that killed families' ability to